Look at this car. A 1970 Chevy Chevelle. There was a time when this machine ruled the American roads and people would stop just to watch it pass by. This isn't just a pile of iron in a seized engine, it's a witness to an entire era. This car rolled off the factory line. I doubt it would end up like this, buried under decades of dust in an old barn. I don't know who the original owner was, but at some point, someone probably held this steering wheel and took their family on a road trip. Maybe someone sat in these seats on their very first date. As we get older, our skin wrinkles, the experience and the soul remain intact deep inside. Now the real work begins. If you think restoration is just about washing and painting, you're mistaken. It's a battle. When I break these nuts and bolts loose, I see rust in every corner, getting my hands dirty, scrubbing off the of grease. This is the heart of the job. As a technician, I know that waking up a frozen engine is one of the hardest things you can do. Every part has to be separated, sanded, and oiled. Sometimes, a single stubborn bolt can take hours to move without patience. This job is impossible. Life is a lot like that. Many times we feel like everything is tangled up and nothing will go right. But if you have the patience to untangle one knot at a time, eventually everything starts moving again. Pulling out these rotted seats made me realize our lives are often the same. We carry around old pain and old anger, letting it sit in our hearts. Those things rot us from the inside out. If we could only clear out our internal junk the way we strip this car, life would feel so much lighter. Look at it. Right now, most people would say this is worthless. They'd say sell it for scrap. But I see the potential. Never neglect anyone and never consider something trash just because it's worn out. With enough care, you can make a flower bloom from a stone. And this is a legendary piece of history. When this car finally hits the road again, there will be countless hours of sweat behind it. But remember, no matter how expensive or powerful your car is, your life and the lives of others depend on how you drive it. Why am I rebuilding these brakes so carefully? It's so you can stop exactly when you need to. Never lose yourself in the addiction to speed. When a classic car moves, it moves with dignity, not with a hurry. Life is the same. Where are you rushing to? The journey is more important than the destination. Following traffic rules is a way of respecting yourself. Remember, someone is waiting for you at home. Today, the Chevelle finally found its soul again. When that engine roared to life, I felt like an old friend had returned from the dead. Life isn't about giving up, it's about the comeback. If you feel broken today, just remember, the opportunity for a restoration is always there. Take care of yourself, and take care of the things you love. Stay safe out there, everyone. The weight of the past. Take a long, hard look at this. Before you see the rust, before you see the flat tires and the shattered glass,
Try to see the memory. This 19 Chevy Chevelle was once someone's pride. It wasn't just a way to get from point A to point B. It was a reward for hard work. It was the backdrop to 1,000 stories we will never truly know. Think about the day it was first driven home. The smell of the new vinyl, the shine of the chrome under the dealership lights. Someone felt like a king behind this wheel. But look at it now. It's been sitting in this damp dark barn for 30 years. It's been forgotten, and that's the part that hurts the most. Not the rust, but the silence. We live in a world that loves everything when it's new and shiny. But as soon as it gets a little old, as soon as it breaks down, we toss it aside. We do it to cars, we do it to things, and sadly sometimes we do it to people. We forget that the value of something isn't in how it looks today, but in the heart it still carries inside. The struggle of a rebuild. When I first touched the fender of this Chevelle, the dust was so thick I couldn't even see the color. My hands came away black and grimy. People asked me, why bother? The frame is pitted, the floors are gone, and the engine hasn't turned since the 80s. And they're right. From a logical standpoint, it makes no sense. It's expensive, it's exhausting, and it's painful. But there's a lesson in the struggle. As I spend hours on my knees on a cold concrete floor, fighting with the bolt that has been seized for 3 decades, I realize that nothing worth having comes easy. If you want to see the beauty again, you have to be willing to bleed for it. You have to be willing to get grease under your fingernails and sweat in your eyes. This car is teaching me patience. It's telling me that you can't rush a transformation. You have to strip away the old, the rotted, and the broken before you can even think about the new. We all have rust in our lives, old habits, old regrets, and just like this car, if we don't grind them down to the bare metal, they'll just keep eating us from the inside out. The human connection. I found an old photograph under the passenger seat yesterday. It was faded, edges curled up, showing a young couple standing right here by this very door. They were smiling. That's when it hit me. I'm not just fixing a machine, I'm preserving your legacy. This May 10-7 Chevy Chevelle is a bridge between generations. When I tighten a bolt, I'm connecting with the mechanic who built this in a factory decades ago. We often feel lonely in this modern digital world. We feel like we're just numbers in a system. But when you work on something like this, you realize you're part of a chain, you're holding on to something real. This car has seen more than I have. It survived storms, it survived neglect, and it's still here. There's a quiet dignity in that. It reminds me that even when the world ignores you, you still have value. You just need someone to come along, see past the grime, and believe in you again. The wisdom of the road. One day soon, this engine will roar.